Hi everybody, welcome back to the Fade. So we seem to have finally met our antagonists.
I shall do it.
What did that snarly bastard say? The Fade? We're in the Fade? That's where humans dream, isn't it?
Oh, I'd never considered that. Maybe you'd never come with us to the Fade before. Are you panicking?
Of course I'm panicking, you hairless nug-humper! Dwarves shouldn't be here. We don't dream. We sleep like a stone.
Well, but no, you just told me about your dreams like last episode or the episode before. Look, you need to calm the fuck down and keep your wits about you.
Commander, I couldn't keep my wits about me if they were strapped to my back. And what happens to my body while I'm here? Someone could outrage my modesty. What little's left of it. Sod.
Oh shit, what if you're getting date raped, Ogryn? Because that's what people need to do with Ogryn. Oh, we finally found our antagonists. With the mother. I don't know if that's the one whose ribcage we can see. And we've got the first, who might even join our team by the sounds of it.
You're quite the dirty little dwarf, aren't you?
You're quite the dirty little mage.
I do my best. Still, I'm no ale-swilling mountain of felt. You.
I'm no winking slut.
And why the program's put banter in here? Because you can't hear me, you're never going to hear the banter. I keep talking during fights and it's completely pointless. I might actually get smashed to bits. Let's go for our new favourite spell.
Who's next?
It is begun.
I wonder if all this is going to disappear when we go back to the real world. This exists only in the Fade. Yes, it does. Well, that's what the word ethereal means, so I guess it makes sense. Veil tear apparatus. Ah. I wonder if we go to and from the Fade back into the real world. Your actions in the Fade have an effect on the physical world. So we're back in the physical world again now. Oh. Oh. That's annoying. I missed the chest. I don't know how. Still, at least I got that. I'm guessing the shades exist in both of the worlds? Right, where is everyone else and why are they all yellow?
It is begun.
What? But that can't exist. I'm still in the Fade. Ethereal health potions can't exist in the real world, so I must still be in the Fade. Ah, we found that puzzle in the real world. Couldn't do anything with it. No, they were weak. Shall I prod it? I don't know how we interact with these chests. I've no idea. Maybe when I go back to the real physical world, then I'll be able to get these chests, do you think? Do you think I've repaired... I've always been in the Fade world during this episode, and when I go back to the physical world, then I'll be able to get these chests. I don't know how this puzzle works. I don't know if I read that instruction or not. Did I have an instruction? I might have done.
It is begun. I shall do it. I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say.
Oh. Must be more.
While I do my happy dance.
Great iteration. That's better. Oh, he's still not dead. Sorry, I just assumed he was dead. Oh, there's loads of them. Right, do you have Blizzard? Looks like you should have Blizzard.
It shall be done.
Your actions in the Fade have an effect on the physical world. Okay.
I shall do it. As you say. I shall do it. It is begun. I shall do it.
Is that Christoph's body?
It shall be done.
No, my lady, I do not forget. I merely... But I would never contradict your ladyship. No. I don't. No, please, my lady! Have mercy! No! No! Ah, no! I am most sorry, mistress.
I'm not 100% sure what's happened there.
Walking around in a
Just a
magic
spirit trapped in the
dream.
face, I think.
I've had enough of this touchy
They've put the banter in on this level, but there's put it right where all the baddies are. It's bizarre.
It shall be done. I shall do it.
Oh, did I miss an essence of willpower? That was silly. Oh, I thought that was
It
closed
shall be
off to
done.
me. It is closed off to me.
You're not a spirit like everyone else. How did you get here?
Well, I didn't have a choice in that matter, actually.
You were forced to come here? That's very strange. This is where my grandfather's ashes are buried. I come to visit him often. He was the last person to stay in Black Marsh. Once he passed, there was nobody left in the village who remembered.
Wait, what village? You mean the ruins in the marsh?
It wasn't always a ruin. There was a whole village once. Then that evil woman came and changed everything. She... Oh no! They've come back again! Quick, come hide in the crypt!
I don't fucking hide.
As you say.
Into the
Ah, balls. So you don't have enough magic to do revive.
I'll be right up.
I shall do it.
Keep me down.
Oh, I should have just whacked that with Anders. That would have been smarter. That was me, not the game. I'm assuming there's no monsters in here. Because if there are monsters in here, the woman is dead. Oh dear. Explain to me again why the woman went to hide in the fucking crypt from the skeletons.
Ugh. That's not right.
Why is she not dead? She must be dead.
It shall be done. Very well.
She can't have made it this far. She must be dead.
And so you came, fell into my little trap. To think, my entire existence I have sought a mortal mage to possess, and now one walks right into my lair.
You're giving yourself a bit too much credit there. No. No, this is not a good trap, woman. I knew what you were, and I came to destroy you.
We shall see about that, mage.
Whoa, where'd all my magic go? I'm not too worried about these other corpses. Right, where's my temporary ethereal? That's the word I'm after. Let's use one of them. I didn't mean to do that. How do I get it back? Not that I need it right now.
Bring it back!
And another one eats dust.
You have released me, stranger. After being trapped for so long by my own foolish desires, now I can at last go. Thank you.
Can you fuck? We're not standing for that. Oh, she's gone. God damn it, she just disappeared.
As you say.
Fade? Because the other fade...
I think they've seen us.
When we have to go into the fade and circle match up with loads of status as well. Either that keeps working when I'm stunned or whatever.
I shall do it. It shall be done.
Yeah, you probably didn't hear any of that. I like very much this ability. Not only does it seem a pretty reasonable use of our magic. Huh. It also... I like that it works when we're stunned or petrified or whatever else.
Is that all you've got? Excellent!
still very fadey.
Halt! Who enters the Black Marsh?
He's a demon. Wait a minute. Who are you?
I don't remember any longer. We've been here so long at her mercy. I almost forget what it was like before. There's a spirit that's come to free us. Perhaps you could help him. If only that were possible. Demons often attack the village. I don't even know how long we've been fending them off.
Hear me, people. She is evil incarnate. The countless evils I've seen her perpetrate in there. I'm ashamed to even recount them aloud. She orders our children stolen in the night so she can... No! Unhand me, you thugs! Let me go! Don't let them take me! No!
I'll tell them all. I'll tell everyone.
I won't turn around, mistress, I promise.
We're coming to the end of the original game's codex.
To the guards. I have to tell someone.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that long
The
before we
mansion
finish.
will not protect you, fiend! Come out and face your crime!
We aren't afraid of you any longer!
It's the Black Wolf. Lone Wolf.
The witch hides! Break down the door!
Be cautious, my friends! The Baroness has power within her lair, and she well knows it. We rush in at our peril. And who comes now? More minions of the Baroness? Or yet more helpless souls she has tormented?
Who is this Baroness?
You are not aware. Clearly you are a stranger here, then. I am Justice. I have watched this place and seethed at the wrongs visited on these poor folk, and now I seek to aid them.
Once we lived in the real world and the Baroness ruled over us. She took our children and used their blood to work dark and evil magic.
And when we burned down her mansion, she cast one final spell that brought our spirits here. We've been trapped ever since, still under her rule.
This spirit knows the Fade. If we help him, he might help us.
I think that since the Baroness trapped these people here, that she's our best chance of getting out.
Tell me, stranger, will you help us in this righteous task? The Baroness and her minions are powerful, but you seem an able sort. Your aid would be welcome.
Yeah, it sounds like the witch here is who has rendered the veil, who has dragged the real world and the Fade into one in this forest. So she's the one that's going to have to sort it out. And if she doesn't, I'll vanquish her spirit forever. But what is your plan exactly?
These good people have been held in the thrall of this sorceress for too long. I seek to free them.
It's been a nightmare that seemed to go on forever. Until Justice arrived, we didn't even know this wasn't real.
I can no longer stand by and watch. The sorceress has fled into her lair, but a reckoning is called for. We must act, stranger.
Do you think this Baroness is a blood mage from the real world?
From the world of mortals, as are all these people.
We lived in a village in the Black Marsh, and the Baroness ruled over us. But it was so long ago, it seems like a dream we once had. We finally rose up against her evil, and this is what she did to us. I can't even imagine what happened to our families.
The village is overgrown and long deserted.
Has it been so long? How many years have we been held here?
Take heart, good woman. Justice will see you avenged and freed. Will you help us, stranger? If this wrong is to be undone, we will need your aid.
Yes, I will gladly help you.
Then we have the numbers to challenge the Baroness directly.
Ooh, a direct challenge. I like the sound of that. Less talk, more killing.
They just said she was an evil, powerful witch. Do we really want to antagonize her?
It's interesting that the villagers didn't kill her just for being a witch, because most places turn everyone into the Templars in the Circle. So maybe the villagers are actually previously kind of liked or tolerated mages. And we can always defeat her and make use of her magics.
There's a thought. All right, you convinced me.
My intention is to storm the gate. Are you ready?
No, I need to save the game and read the codex and see everyone next episode, where we will storm the gate.
As you wish. Do not tarry, for justice awaits.
Karsten Wilde's Last Testament. They came to me for help, these 3 maidens of the Black Marsh. They were young, beautiful, vital, everything she desires. They gave me gold, jewels and family heirlooms. I imagine their mothers and fathers, uncles and brothers pressing those treasures into their hands, enough to ransom a life promised to their Baroness. I agreed to spirit them away from Black Marsh. She learned of it. She appeared the night before. Her eyes were like flat, dull stones. Her hair was stringy and streaked with grey, and I saw why she needed the women. I hid them in my wagon. The youngest embraced me before she crawled between the bales of hay. She said, "Make her bless and watch over you." I drove them to the crossroads where the Baroness's man waited. He took the wagon. Their families never knew. The witch, as good as her word, brought me a chest of gold. She twirled like a little girl, eyes now sparkling. "You've earned every bit, merchant." The gold was no comfort. I saw their faces on each sovereign, heard their voices in the tinkling of the coins. I couldn't bear it. I buried it all in the deepest part of the marsh. Still, I found no peace. There will be no peace for me until I stand before the Maker. Karsten Wilde. Attached is a map to a cache. A rolled up note. I hope whoever finds this can read it. I hate the thought that my last words might be used as kindling or Maker forbid to wipe someone's bum, but that's happenstance for you, I suppose. My name is Brannan. I was born in Rainsfair. I grew apples once upon a time. When the Orlesians came to demand I bow before their emperor, I turned them away. They set fire to my orchards, to my house too, but I didn't care. I stood and watched them burn. Trees die eventually, houses fall, but my honour can only be lost if I let it. They came back a week later and demanded that I swear an oath. This time, when I refused, they clapped me in irons. Now I'm here, and I'll die in this place. It seems a foolish thing to die for, doesn't it? I could have said a few words and rebuilt my home, gone on with my life as if nothing had changed. 100 generations of my family have lived and died on that land, and I won't be the one to trade our family honour for apples. Whoever you are, whatever they brought you here for, if you leave this place, I hope you'll go to Rainsfair. There's no living remnant of us left there, but you'll find my family all the same. We're stamped onto the earth, we're in the wind that rustles the trees. Tell my family how I died, and I promise you, they'll hear. Brannan. Journey of the Tranquil. Some laugh at me, I no longer mind. Once upon a time I studied as they did. I learned under the tutelage of an enchanter and attempted to master the art of bending magic to my will, and while I did well enough, I know that I struggled. I saw the way the enchanter looked at me, the sidelong glances of worry and disappointment. While other apprentices were conjuring fire, I could barely light a candle. I was frightened of magic. When I was a boy, my grandmother regaled me with tales of the terrible Flemeth, the Witch of the Wilds. She told me of the Magisters and how their evil magic infected the world with darkspawn. She told me of demons and how they were drawn to the dreams of those who possessed magic, like moths to a flame. She told me these things because, she said, the talent ran in our family's blood. And so it ran in mine. All my young life I had dreaded the thought. I prayed to the Maker that I was not so cursed, but I knew otherwise. Deep in my heart, I knew. When the Templars came to our home, I knew. The Mage's Tower was terrifying, full of secrets and danger. The Templars glared at me as if I could spring full into an abomination before their very eyes. My enchanter patiently attempted to teach me to marshal my willpower, my only defence should a demon attempt to enslave me, but it was no use. How many nights did I cry myself to sleep in that dark and lonely place? Then my harrowing came at last, my final test. Face a demon, they said, or submit to the rite of tranquility. They would sever my connection to the Fade, and thus I would never dream, and no demon could ever touch me, but I would also be unable to do magic, and I would never feel an emotion ever again. Facing the demon was certain death, so my choice was easy. It was not so painful. Now I serve in other ways. We tranquil manage the archives, we run the tower, purchase the supplies, and maintain the accounts. Our condition also allows us to use the magical element lyrium without ill effect, and thus we are the ones who enchant the magical items. We are the merchants who sell these items to those the circle permits, and the coin from those sales provides the circle's wealth. Thus we tranquil are vital. The young and old may stare at me, ill at ease, but they would be worse off without me. They may think me a failure, but there is no horror for me now. I feel no fear of what I am. The shadows are merely shadows, and I'm content. Edin the Meek, tranquil of the Circle of Magi of Starkhaven, the Free Marches. Trian's Journal, the 21st of Faventis. Noticed Gorim running around, trying to get pieces of my sibling's ceremonial armour ready for the feast. I stopped him and asked him how preparations were going. He mentioned that one of the braces had a spot of tarnish on it. I was quite impressed at his dedication. He is most loyal to our family. 23rd of Faventis. Was on the way to discuss the treaty with father when I came across a messenger waiting in the hall. On being asked why I was loitering about the royal palace, he mumbled something about having a gift for the new commander and asked me, begged almost, to pass along some object or other to my sibling. Me, the heir to the throne of Orzammar, does not run errands for a messenger. Must have been new on the job. Had him thrown out. However, I'm still reeling from the gall of it. I learned later that Balin had told the messenger that the quickest way to get things to our sibling was through me, and he had him wait until I came by. So unseemly for a Prince of Orzammar to play such tricks. He needs to grow up and understand that, as royalty, he has responsibilities. The 24th of Faventis. I found Balin's little playmate, again, lurking about the corridors outside his bedroom this morning. Must have been trying to steal something, or already had. Her bosom seemed fuller than most decent ladies, some jewels hidden in that bodice. Anyway, I pretended not to see her, would have been awkward otherwise. I wish Balin would keep her confined to his room, if he must have her around. Little brother is too concerned with fun and pleasure, and not serious enough about his duties as prince. I must talk to him about discipline when I have the time. Unfortunately, much too busy with the many tasks father has laid upon my shoulders. The 26th of Faventis. I must remember to send a small token of gratitude to Jaelia Helmi. The alliance between Helmi and Iduken must be kept strong. Lady Jaelia will of course accept my proposal of marriage, since I will be king sooner or later, but it never hurts to be polite and keep the lady happy. I hear that there are some surfaces selling silks. Maybe I'll send my second out to collect something nice. Jaelia's favourite colour? Turquoise. The 28th of Faventis. I heard about there being provings held in our siblings' honour. They did not have provings for me at my first commission, and I'm the heir. What is going on? I must go and watch these provings, make my presence felt. Orzammar must not forget that I am to be her next king. From the Journal of Tree and Iduken. Cautionary tales for the adventurous. It was then that he realised he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life, so long ago, when he was happy. Running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, laying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelt like darkspawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would ever see in his life, a shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him, the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had. But being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it, the last bit of life he had, before his limp body hit the ground, and it was all over. He was finally free. From Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Gilhern, 794 Storm Age,